Thank you for being here. I am Tavish Cardiff, one of the co-founders of the Our Raw Material Practice, here to give some guidance for this week's pillar, music. This session, we are looking at every pillar from the perspective of the chords of music, so the spiritual connection to each pillar. This week we're doubled up because it's the music pillar, the first of the spiritual weeks. And really, I just want each of us to explore, think about, consider what in our lives we feel connected to outside of us. This is really where we form the basis of feeling connected to something outside of ourselves or outside of our immediate family. Those are the things that are unique to us, to our own spirit, and to what we wind up becoming creatively passionate about. Go back to the early days of your own creativity, of your own dreams and imagination, and the things that you thought about being or wanted to be, remembering that you didn't know as much as you know now about what was possible, but still dreaming within the bounds of what you knew to be possible and dreaming beyond what you thought was possible. And I think that it is valuable to each one of us to spend time in that connection. I think it's time to go back for each of us and reconnect to some of those passions, dreams, and ideas that we had from the beginning of our childhood. Music is one of the things that helps us evoke memories. And I think that that's why it's important to recognize where we connect to each of these pillars and then see, look around us and the people that are important to us. Where do they connect? How do they connect? And how is it the same or different than the way that we do it? As the world becomes torn apart in what is right and wrong right now, what is okay to do and what isn't, we all have differing opinions there, and it is going to take our spiritual awareness, our spiritual connection, the idea that we are all one energy at a very base level, to shift us from the conflict-ridden mental beings that we are into something that is a little more allowing of what our minds come up with and then what our bodies experience, so that mind-body space comes together right at the heart, right at the throat, right at where our awareness can see something beyond just what we want to bring in. Music Week and the chords that we each use to connect to the things that matter to us is where we start establishing our ability to be co-creators. Connection is really what this is all about. The music pillar brings us into connection with our own inner voice that recognizes connection. And I use inner because I don't really know how else to term it or frame it. I don't think it exists within so much as alongside who we actually are. But let the symphony of what is play, crash, exist all around you. Be curious in your own connections and start looking at how your belief system allows or doesn't allow your connection outside of yourself, and how far outside of yourself it really goes. There is unlimited possibility in what we can realize and connect to during the music pillar. So enjoy this week, listen to what draws your attention, and focus on being connected enough to recognize how to bring in the things that help you be more authentically you. Like a phone call from your daughter. See you next week.